The American Caribbean Maritime Foundation, ACMFA, in association with the Caribbean Association of National Training Authorities and the CARICOM Youth Ambassadors, launched a Maritime Link Up Beyond Borders webinars on the 19th of August. There will be subsequent sessions on the 9th and 23rd of September and the 7th and 21st of October. The 5-part webinar series, which focuses on connecting Caribbean youth with educational and professional opportunity in the maritime sector and the blue economy, is free to students and educators. Today, we have a special guest to share with us her maritime experience. Shantae Pearson is 23 years old and the LJM Maritime Academy graduate. Welcome to the program, Shantae. Let's jump right into the conversation. Tell me about yourself.
Good morning, Justine. A little bit about myself is okay, my name is Shantae Pearson. As you said, I'm 23 years old. I attended the Bahamas Maritime Cadet Corporation during my time at high school. And from there, I went on to the LJM Maritime Academy, where I graduated and then went on to the Caribbean Maritime University, which I'm currently about to graduate in a few months or so.
Oh, wow.
I've always had an interest in the maritime field from when I was younger, due to the fact that majority of the members in my family are on the military. So I've always been around water, around boats, and I wanted to engage in a profession that has the same boating aspect, but not so much the armed forces, which is why I then joined the maritime industry.
Okay, that's pretty awesome. Sounds interesting. So should I assume then that you're a very strong swimmer?
Actually, I just learned to swim about 3 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yes.
All right. Well, tell me a little about how choosing a career and to study in the maritime industry has impacted your life.
Well, to me, this industry is something that I call it the world's best kept secret because, as we all know, it's a male dominated industry and it's not something that's well known to a lot of people. But the maritime industry impacted me in a way that it betters my personal skills and also my personality, my characteristics, and my knowledge because in the maritime field, it's something that you need to be strong minded mentally, emotionally, and physically. So you have to develop certain traits and characteristics that will allow you to excel in the career.
Do you actually have a job in this field yet?
I sailed I sailed with the Campbell Shipping Company for about 11 months, and then I went back to school.
Okay. What were you doing with them at the time?
At the time, I joined as a deck cadet,
Okay.
and my duties included everything that anybody told me to do.
Okay, but what were some of those things? For persons who are not really certain what types of jobs people in the maritime industry do, just give me a few examples of what that would have been.
Okay, so my typical day would usually include, first of all, lookout for about 8 hours of the day, broken up into 4-hour segments. And then I did cargo hold cleaning, I assisted with inspections, I did a whole lot of chipping, painting, maintenance work on the vessel, interior maintenance as well, inside the cabins, inside the galley, the heads. And then for my navigational duties, I did a lot of chart work, plotting, radar plotting, a lot of updating publications. In terms of cargo work, we did loading and unloading operations, monitoring the time, monitoring the weather.
Okay.
It's a whole lot of things.
Yeah, it does sound pretty extensive.
Yeah,
I
it's
saw here where you have captain a local Bahamian license, which you say allows you to operate vessels up to 200 tons. That is pretty cool. I
yes.
am not sure how you can top that, but what are your future aspirations as it relates to further progressing in the maritime industry?
Well, my future aspirations includes I would like to open up actually a scholarship fund for those interested in joining the maritime, but that's later on in the future. But as for now, I want to excel in what I'm doing, and I want to become the captain of a cruise ship. Hopefully, one of the biggest cruise ships there is. That's my dream to become a
Oh,
field captain.
wow, that does sound pretty impressive. And based on the way that you're going now, I'm pretty sure you will achieve that goal. Um, in terms of the actual webinar series, what are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts on the webinar series is that I feel that it is an excellent idea. I feel that it's good for informing not only the young but everybody about the maritime industry and its lucrativeness and its opportunities that it presents. Um, I feel that awareness is one of the biggest factors that contribute to not only male but females joining the industry. So I feel that it'll be great to do and that it will impact a lot of people.
Okay. How exactly though do you think the participants will benefit from this and by extension, I guess, the CARICOM region?
Well, as I said, awareness is a big part of the maritime industry
So true, so
for
true.
the participants. Um, it's funny because you don't know a lot of people wouldn't know what the maritime industry is. So
Right.
if example, if I'm talking to somebody and I'm in my uniform, they would ask me, do you work for the Royal Bahamas Defense Force or Customs? And I'll be like, no, I work for maritime. And they'd be like, what is that?
Yeah.
And it's a lot of people that don't know. So the webinar series will provide awareness and knowledge and hopefully that the few who already know about the maritime industry, it will increase their knowledge and
Yeah.
just give them a better understanding, of what the maritime field is and its benefits, and hopefully encourage them to do more.
Yeah, and hopefully, especially when we have COVID-19,
Yes,
people are looking
definitely.
for different options. So hopefully the youngsters who participate in this will see it as a viable area that they could focus on to earn an income and even supplement their incomes if that's what they need. My
Yes,
final question to you, Shante, is what advice would you give to other young people interested in pursuing a career in the maritime industry?
my advice for individuals who aspire to join the industry is to definitely go for it. The maritime industry is lucrative. It provides you a lot of opportunities. It's exciting. It's fun. You get to travel. There's so much things you can do in the maritime industry. Even if you don't decide to engage in seafaring, there's a lot of land-based jobs that you can do that provides a good income and just give you a nice working title. But for in terms of advice, I would say that when most people think about the maritime industries or specifically for females, when you search online, especially in terms of females in relation to the maritime industry, what you would usually find is a lot about why females are not joining and the negatives about it, which acts as a deterrent in joining the maritime industry.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I'm here to say that the world is changing. We're experiencing a paradigm shift in technology and digitalization and gender equality. So in the maritime industry, your experience is subject to you personally
Right.
because most people would tell you that their experience is this negative or positive, but there's no way to find out unless you go there and do it yourself. Because as you know, there are many different companies, many different nationalities, and many different people with different personalities. So your experience on a vessel or in the maritime industry would be according to the people that you're surrounded with. And
Oh.
for me, as a female sailing, all
Mm-hmm.
of the negatives that I've heard compared to the actual time I spent on board was completely different. I had an excellent time on board. A few minor challenges, but
Okay.
it still was really, really good and nothing like what I read online. So I encourage them to go out there, see for
Mm-hmm.
yourself what it's about. You can listen to people advice, but don't, don't take it to heart. Take it to a, a, a situation or take it as in something that you want to go out and experience on your own.
Yeah,
Because
as in, yeah, use your own initiative, do your own research, find out for
right,
yourself. No?
right.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for chatting with me, Shantae. Thank you for sharing your opinions. Congratulations on your accomplishments. The
Thank you.
maritime industry really does have opportunities that some people may not have considered. So, it was good talking to you to get your perspective on that. Thanks to everyone for watching. I hope this has inspired you to learn more about the maritime industry and the blue economy. You can check out more of the CARICOM Secretariat's content on social media. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. Drop a comment in the comment box to say Maritime if you're still with us. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Until next time, pleasant viewing.